What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SaveState, a channel about all the things you love in nerd culture. I'm your host, Landon Barton, and joined with me is Derek Owen and John Klein.
You gonna shoot him?
That's violent. Today we're going to be all things Xbox, and what's pretty surprising after, I think, almost 11 months straight of Sony outselling Microsoft with the PlayStation 4, finally the Xbox One has outsold the PlayStation 4 in both the US and the UK. Not the remaining parts of Europe, but in those two areas, which is a huge deal. So what do you guys think about that? What has attributed to it outselling it at this point? And can it sustain?
Well, I kind of feel like it's the price drop.
Sure. That's the biggest factor.
They've gone down, and the bundling stock, everything they're bundling together.
We got a lot. How many bundles do they have? Like 5, I think?
Yeah, they're being super aggressive. Yeah,
which they need to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you tend to
No,
agree with that?
I completely agree. Yeah, I think the big thing is the games are finally starting to come out, so people are finally starting to buy consoles. And
November was a huge month for games.
Yeah. Oh my God, so many games. Not all good, but so many games. Yeah, the bundling and the price drops for sure, though, and the marketing and everything. Dropping the Connect. They've just done.
I feel like they're
many things to try and get people to buy their consoles.
We've said it in the past a lot too, where it seems like they're really listening to the consumer base, and they're providing a ton of updates, like on a weekly basis. It seems like for the system itself. Well, no, it's just a monthly basis. Once a month.
It's about once a month.
So between that, you got the new Halo coming out. However much that actually sold consoles, like you said, the bundles are a huge deal. Even with all the issues that Assassin's Creed has, those bundles are selling.
Those bundles sold like crazy because people didn't read reviews.
Yeah. Well, and then they got the special edition consoles. They've got the white one with the sunset. They've got the
Call of Duty one.
The Call of Duty one
Looks pretty good.
Is that it, or are there any more that I'm missing?
I think that's the only special colored consoles. Yeah.
So, what does Sony do at this point? Does Sony retaliate with this? Should they seem concerned? What do you think?
They kind of do seem concerned already after the PlayStation experience. They need more exclusive content.
Why do you say that they're concerned, though?
I feel like, when I look at the two consoles right now, I look at exclusivity and I look at what I want as a gamer, and right now what I want is Halo. And that's basically the only reason I wanted the Xbox One in the first place.
Sure.
And not only that, but they took the Kinect off and they're bundling it down and they're being really aggressive. Now imagine what would have happened if the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 both started at the same price. How much more of a share Microsoft would have?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft was
I think it would have been.
I think they were in the flip version of what Sony was at last console generation.
For sure.
Where they felt like they could release something at a higher price. Sony realized, no, we can't, so they started lower. I disagree. I don't think Sony seems worried at all, and quite honestly, I don't think Sony should do anything different. I think Sony still has a massive advantage and a massive lead in front of Xbox right now. I think they just had a huge success with the PlayStation event. I thought that was extremely successful. They've announced that they're going to do it every year. If anything, I think Microsoft is going to do the same damn thing. I think they're going to turn around and be like, all right, well, we're going to introduce an Xbox experience and give people every year something to come out and enjoy the success and what Microsoft has built. I see them, if anything, copying Sony in that sense. I think Sony right now should change their marketing strategy from, hey, we're cheaper, to, hey, now we can argue that we're a better console. And Microsoft gets to argue now that, hey, we're the cheaper console, and you should look at us now. We're more affordable, and instead of swapping it from where Microsoft would have to before say, hey, we're the better console, buy us. And now they're like, hey, we're the cheaper, we're more affordable, you should buy us. And especially with the holidays out there, there's a ton of Xbox Ones under the Christmas tree this year, which is awesome. I like my Xbox One. By no means, I know I'm arguing pretty heavy for
Oh
Sony.
yeah, very, very heavily.
But I mean, do you disagree? Do you think Sony seems worried?
I haven't been looking too much into Sony. I want a PS4, but I'm still waiting on the exclusive content to come out besides arcade games. I'm really ready for Uncharted.
Oh yeah,
things like that.
Sony definitely needs some more exclusives.
There's no first-party game that really wants to. Like, I think Infamous is the only one that really looks really appealing. Like, if I hadn't played Last of Us, I would be all over it right now. But I played it 2 or 3 times, so I don't want to play that again. Just to,
Uncharted does look fantastic.
I know.
Too.
Yeah. I'm excited. And No Man. I know I said arcade games, but I really want more info on No Man's Sky. I really want to play that game.
That looks good too.
Yeah. So Microsoft just continue down the path, listening to consumers, and keep selling a bunch of units. And I think they'll.
I think the biggest thing is how it's going to go in the next few months, because Black Friday sale, November was Black Friday, and Xbox had a bunch of sales, and I think PS4 didn't have a lower price, but they had bundles with games. But meanwhile, Walmart
Not
had
nearly the amount of bundles.
a lower price, lower than the bundles. I mean, you actually
Yeah.
could get an Xbox One cheaper than retail on that day.
Yeah,
So it'll be interesting to see how the next 2 or 3 months goes.
Yeah,
I 100% agree with you, because that's gonna what January, February, and March they're gonna detail us probably what the next year until the next holiday season, what's gonna actually happen. Can they sustain? And that's probably gonna be the telling point where if Sony's just like, maybe we should price drop, or maybe we should do something else.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Microsoft is going to have any problem whatsoever keeping up this trend.
Yeah.
I think now that they've gotten there, they realized how they've gotten there, they're going to keep it up. And I think we're going to see them get about a 50-50 market share.
I bet it'll be a lot closer. I don't know if we're gonna see again the same 11-month streak where Sony's in the lead. I think you'll probably see Microsoft's in the lead for a few more months, and Sony's in the lead for a few more months.
The question is the price drop really temporary, or are they going to keep it? I think they're going to keep it.
I think they have to keep it.
I think they will.
yeah.
Yeah.
If they
You
go
can imagine
back,
them putting the price back up. It's going to hurt sales.
well, it's gonna anger a lot of people. People are gonna feel slighted.
Yeah.
I think that would be a bad.
Yeah, and they
I
know
think
it's
marketing
working
is
for them.
limited time is fine, but I think they're just going to keep it.
Yeah, I agree.
So, any last remarks before we leave this on the table?
Good job, Microsoft.
We need more exclusive content from both sides.
Yes,
For sure.
Very much
100%.
so.
So that's what we think. We think Microsoft is doing an excellent job. Hopefully they can keep it up and keep selling units, and everybody with an Xbox One under your Christmas tree, enjoy it this holiday season. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Sorry about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So let us know what you think in the comments. Can Microsoft sustain? Is Sony in trouble? Do they seem concerned? And thanks for liking, watching, and subscribing, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Bye.